Let's see the advanced mat classical Pilates. So you round, you sit down, you can cross your feet or you can stay in Pilates pose to round and sit down with control. Reach your arms back next to your ears, lengthen from the toes until the top of your head. Reach your arms forward, lift your head and your feet at the same time and start your 100. So the first exercise of the mat, your warm-up. You need to bring air into the lungs and to take it completely out. In for 5, exhale for 5. Keep the tailbone as much as possible lengthen, but of course if you need to keep your legs higher, then you need to keep them higher where you can scoop, where you can reach forward your arms up and over to your rib cage, and where you can scoop both your abdominals, lower abdominals, upper abdominals. And then to the last one, exhale all the air out, you reach your arms back, and you go for your roll-up. If you have a foot strap, you can use it. If not, you stay again Pilates pose, and you start rolling for 3 to 5 times. So here the foot strap, of course, helps you to lengthen a lot the thighs. So you don't use them at all, because when you don't have the strap, you use muscles from your hips. Even if it is the least possible, yes, you use them. So what we intend here is to use really your center, the back of the thighs, the glutes. And you see the shape that you will see in several exercises after the roll up. So we go to the first inverted, roll over. We open, we lengthen, you can use the handles, of course, if you have a mat like this, otherwise your arms by your side. You can flex behind and point as you go down, or you can do also the reverse. So you can flex also as you're going down and point behind. Whatever helps you to find more lengthening through the legs, because your legs, they start from your center, from your ribs. They don't start from your hips. It's not only the thighs, the legs, and the feet. So you can do 3 and 3, each direction. And then you're ready to go for the next one, your one leg circle. You can keep your hands there, or you keep your arms by your side. Use or not the foot strap. Your foot down is flexed and up is point. And you go for 5, and then you reverse for 5. Here the challenge is to keep the leg which is down, to keep it stable as you move the other leg. And of course, again, from the center and from your glutes. Don't forget the powerhouse, as it is called. So the center in Pilates, from where our power it comes, is not only our abdominals. So powerhouse, it's our pelvis, it's our glutes, it's our hips. It's really muscles apart from abdominals. It's part of rib cage muscles, breathing muscles, middle, lower back muscles. And then we go for the rolling like a ball. Here I use the version that you grab one wrist and with the other hand you grab the ankle. And of course you can change also the hand, so that you don't use always the same hand to grab the same ankle, the opposite ankle. And you go for 5 to 8 repetitions. Then you go slightly backwards to start for the abdominal series, of course, the series of 5. The single leg stretch, you see that the leg which is lengthened is the same more or less height that you have done your 100. It's the same position. You add the legs as well. So again, you breathing well, you go for your double leg stretch. Exhale all the air out as you bend. Inhale, arms to the side. Exhale, bend. In, reach long and scoop abdominals. Exhale, bend. Good, and reach again. And again here you go 5 to 8 repetitions, or maximum, okay, 10 repetitions. You can go. Return to life book, we have also in some exercises up to 12 repetitions, but not more. Yeah, okay, the swimming that we have 20 to 30, normal. So scissors here, you see, lengthen. You lower again the leg where you had the 100. If the 100 was higher, don't go with the leg lower. Then the lower and lift, or the double straight stretch leg. Inhale, exhale, scoop and bring them. Good, from the stomach, your lower abs. Yes, and exhale. Great, and crisscross, our famous crisscross. So many people love this exercise. Yes, you stay 2, 3 and change, or you can change faster here. Okay, I keep it slightly in the center. You don't have to. You can change faster. And you go for the spine stretch, because after the abdominal series you need a cool down exercise. I use here the hands down. I exhale as I go and I flex the feet even more, and inhale as I lift again. And here you can go exhale 2, 3 and coming back to the line. Joseph Pilates was calling also this exercise to the line when he was doing 3, 2, 1 and then coming back approximately just before the knees. Then I'm doing also this version, which is more noun, where you go with your arms parallel to the floor. You go slightly more forward, transition to go for the open leg rock here. Hands from inside, open wider than shoulder distance, or even wider here if you can control it. And you go for 6 repetitions. So it's your rolling like a ball, but with legs straight. You've seen that already, to your roll over. And so you can pull the legs. This is an option, or variation as we call it. And then transition to go down for your corkscrew. You can use again the handles if you have. You go up. I don't have to lift that high, and I go where I feel that I'm challenged also from the ribs. I don't throw myself backwards. So yes, I'm going for the circle around, the big circle, as long as I feel that I control it from the center. I exhale, I go down, massage one part of the back, and then to the other side. So it's a massage of the spine. And we sit also on the reformer without the sides of the short spine massage. And then we go for the saw. So here you have also blocks of the mat. Now I don't have them close to me, but you can use your feet more open than the spine stretch. Exhale 1, 2, 3. You can look at the knee. You don't have to look behind. Just look when you go and then look at the knee. Exhale 2, 3. I use the hand against the calf because it helps me more to twist through my rib cage and exhale better. But you can go with the little finger to the little toe to cut 1, 2, 3 as you see it most of the times. Then I go for my stomach series, and I go for my neck curl to prepare. I lift my lower abs. I keep my pelvis down, legs together. Good. And indeed here I have to remove Yes, to move the plant. Exactly, respecting. And reach the arms, open, lengthen the chest. And as you lengthen the chest, you lengthen your feet to lift you up and to lean back and exhale and go 6. You go back, you round. Good. And then you go for your single leg kick and double leg kick. 2 more exercises on the stomach. And 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. Here, as much as possible, keep feet closer together. For me, it is hard, but still it has improved because I have knock knees, you know. When your knees are touching, they touch much less than they used to touch, like even 2, 3, 4 years ago. And then you can do single kicks without stopping, you know, to 1, 2. Double a kick. And 1, you lift the knees to kick 1, 2, 3. You lengthen. Good. And you go to the other cheek. Relax your elbows here as you kick 1, 2, 3. You lengthen and kick 1, 2, 3. Pum, pum, pum. It can be fast and like, it can be also 1 kick. Originally, it is said that it was just 1 kick and lift directly in strength, like I'm doing here. But the 1, 2, 3, it's also really good to, as you do it, because you can really focus how to lift and kick. So the 1 kick is, I find it a bit harder. Good. You go for your neck pull, Pilates pose, foot strap. So exhale, inhale as you lift, and now exhale 1, 2, 3. Lift again. You can, of course, choose to close also the elbows here if it is harder, especially when you go up. And inhale, hold the breathing, and exhale 1, 2, 3. Lift through the lower back, middle back, upper, and roll down. Good. And you go 3 to 5 repetitions. What's our next one? Once. So yes, high scissors and high bicycle. So you go, yes, here the hands, use them as a plateau for your pelvis. Otherwise, adjust your hands where you can, because it is not that easy to support the pelvis, especially for yes, for women. I find it harder for women, of course. And then you go for your transition, for the high bridge, feet parallel and slightly apart. You see, you have adjusted already your hands, you change them, facing the fingers facing outside and up. And lengthen the leg, and then you go again 3 to 5. Lengthen. Good. Great. And you go to roll down, bone by bone. And you roll up. And you use or not the foot strap for the twist. So I use here sometimes parallel the feet. It is okay, Pilates pose mostly, but I find that I can glue more myself and get the lift when I use them parallel. So inhale when you go 1, 2, back, and exhale forward. So you go back, and as you open your chest, you don't pull your arm itself back just to turn. It's your chest. From your chest you turn. You open. And of course, it is again through the rib cage, as we saw. also on the exercise. So this is your jackknife. You go back again to the 100 position. You lift up, you kick, and you go down slowly from there. And again, you go over almost to your corkscrew and lift up at one movement. And down and again, pump and up and go down as you press through the handles or your arms if they were by your side. What is the next one? It is your side leg kick series. And here you can use your both hands behind your head, otherwise your upper arm, you can use it in front of you for more stability. You go for the first exercise back and front. You go back and front, and back and front, and back and front. And then you go for the up and down. Here you can turn the leg out. And I try to soften a bit the knee, the upper knee. Yeah, I should have softened a bit more the knee of the down leg. But it's okay. I feel that as long as you push the down foot, the down heel to help you to stabilize more the pelvis, but of course you need to scoop. It's not only to push the foot down. And the third exercise is the small circles, really small, and front, and back, front, and back. Good. And up and down again. So try to lengthen the leg, then just going higher. Of course, here you can go really high, but as long as you feel where you work. Do you work really your glutes? Do you work your buttocks? Do you feel it? If you don't feel it, then don't go higher. And then small circles, 6 to 8. And this is the side leg kick series. Then you turn again when you started, always facing, okay, the same side. And we'll go for the teaser. You can start here by bending the knees to you and then extending the legs, lifting at the same time the head and arms, going to your teaser position. Keep the legs where they are. You go down until tips of shoulder blades and then bending the knees to you. So you can start with this version. I find it, of course, once you have, okay, you roll up, you're rolling like a ball, don't go directly and just go for the teaser, and especially without warming up. And then reaching the arms and going down all the way, everything. And from here, everything comes up. And then again, reaching the arms and lengthening to lower and lift the legs from the waist. And then everything down at the same time. And then again, you go up. Good, lifting and touching, approaching hands to ankles, feet. And then you go down all the way. Good, and then you go up. And you can choose here for the hip circles on the elbows or on the hands behind. I choose on the elbows. I find here that I can open both the chest and keep rounding to my lower back, to my sacrum, as I do the 6 circles. You see again the circles, we saw them on the corkscrew. And then you turn on the stomach. The second time we turn on the stomach to go for the swimming. So you lengthen the whole body a lot. You can press your wrists or your hands down to the mat. You lift everything at the same time and you go with control. You don't need to go higher. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, this is the same breathing as you have done the first exercise, the 100. You go for the leg pull front. Go, and you go flex point and down. Flex point and down. Try to lift the back from the back of the thigh. So the pelvis, try to keep it stable. Transition for the leg pull back. So the reverse one of what we just did. Oh, that's good. So I see it now. It has improved. This exercise for me is one of the most difficult exercises, to hold the position and lift higher the leg and not from the thigh. So I'm glad to see it has improved after some times I've done it. So we go for the kneeling side kick series. This is another exercise that I find super challenging for Mediterranean glutes. You see the side leg kick series now, kneeling, the back and front as we did, and the leg circles, the small circles. To do the transition through the other side. Good, as much as possible. Stabilize, glue the hand against the head, and go. Yeah, here it is a bit harder, especially for the back and front, and to keep the stability of the pelvis. And then I go, yes, for the side bend, I don't use most of the times this mat. It is too soft for the hands, not great for the wrists. I prefer just the floor or a soft, really soft, the yoga mat, if you have. But it's not soft actually. It's really thin. Sorry, it's thin, not soft. You don't need here a soft one. You need the thin. Good. You go up for the side bend and you place the hand against your calf, and you go again up, and then you place your hand and you go slide it down, and lengthen, pull. Yeah, and you can place, of course, a sticky pad under your feet, so on the floor is not great, but okay, it's not that you have to. Good, you're set up. Keep your inner thighs together. Lift the knees a bit higher off the floor. Yeah, I should lift them a bit higher here. And I go up. Yeah, it's just that it's hard here. I have feet together. Of course, the other version that you have one foot in front of the other, in front of the other ankle, it's easier, but I'm working this version, the original one, which is the hardest. But I'm glad I see it. Yes, I'm doing it. Legs together. Good. And then I'm going after the side bend. I'm going for the boomerang. So you sit down with the back of the knees to the edge of the mat to go and open, close. I'm doing the version that you just stay rounding and you reach your arms 1, 2, 3, and I'm not doing the boomerang teaser position, because after all this that I have done, and if you are doing all this, the advanced, you choose for yourself, but I choose something more the compression and go with the flow. I don't want to stop the movement. And go 4 to 6 repetitions. Exhale, exhale here. And then you go for the seal. I use soles of the feet together. You can use the heels together and clap. I just press and I stay. I don't clap. Both are okay. And again, you can go 5 to 8 repetitions here. And then what we have next? So you will turn once more on the stomach, and we go for the rocking. So now we see that we go even to a more demanding position on the stomach, on the arching. But we have done so much work on all parts of the, in every part side of the spine to work. So we can go for the rocking. We can really go. It is okay. We have done all previous exercises. You just go, keep a bit. I should have softened a bit more my elbows, okay? And you stretch, lengthen, good. You round. And you turn around to go for the control, the balance control. And then we will come up for the last one, for the push-ups. So you go, you reach your arms behind. Last inverted position. So here the most difficult is to keep the leg reaching, both legs actually. One is reaching up, one is reaching like away from you, and also as well up, lengthening. And you stay stable from the center, you stay from your pelvis, and you try to hold this position now, if possible, to keep with your hands and stay a few seconds, and then you come up. You can cross your feet, turn around to do the push-ups, ideally 2 repetitions, Pilates pose, and reach your arms and roll down. And walk 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here you can stay first, the compression next to your. If you have this mat, you can open your hands like this to the sides. If you have a thin mat, just use your hands under your shoulders. It's hard for me, but it is better. So I'm glad. You exhale and then you unroll up, and that's it. Super. I go again. No, I go again. Sorry. Yeah, I said twice, of course. It's not once. It is twice. So you can lean